Okay, England-Slovenia has finished 0-0. The other game in the group, Denmark-Serbia, has finished 0-0. That has permutations on who qualifies for the next round. So England finished top of the group, Denmark finished second in the group, Slovenia finished third in the group, and at the moment are one of the best third-place teams that will progress to the next round. Obviously, other results pending. This result means Hungary are not technically out of the tournament, but needed England to win to do them a favour. We didn't do that, so Slovenia have a better record than Hungary, although Hungary also finished their group with 3 points. Slovenia have got a better goal differential. So Hungary, we don't know. This result also means Croatia are now officially eliminated. So this has had permutations on other groups as well as this one. Now, the game itself, Saka had his goal ruled out for offside at 19 minutes. Foden's offside in the build-up. But that sums up England's performance. Foden's run is not a bad run to link up play with Saka, who made a very good run. Everything before that is slow plodding and methodical, which then means Foden's run is mistimed. Slovenia set up as a 4-4-2. Obviously, their goal is we've got to get 2 banks of 4, be pragmatic, defend, but also have a very flexible formation that you can change with substitutions or tactical changes. That's actually a very, very sensible formation to line up with if you are, on paper, the weaker team and are expected to do a lot of defending with all the attacking pieces England have. But in reality, England were terribly slow and plodding in possession. Not enough energy, not enough pace, not enough intensity. Now, the substitutions, yes, they were the right substitutions. Were they timed right? No. Gordon should have been brought on a lot earlier. Mainu should have been brought on, maybe should have started the game. And Palmer, I mean, I'm surprised it's taken this long for him to get any game time. He came on midway through the second half. I think Gordon and Palmer potentially should have started this game, considering before kick-off, England have already qualified for the next round. This was the game where you want to give players game time. This is the game where you want to rotate the squad a little bit, give some other players a start. In my opinion, a lot of that lies with the manager. The players have got to own their bad performances. Bellingham, not good enough. Kane, not good enough. Sorry. They have been they've been the 2 goal scorers for England in this tournament. They've actually been pretty poor. I'm not going to lie. I'm concerned about Trippier's fitness. Kyle Walker is, I think, the weakest of our defensive players. You could argue Trent Alexander-Arnold is also one of our weaker defensive players. But Luke Shaw is not fit enough for the bench. So I don't understand why Luke Shaw's been taken to this tournament if he's not going to play, because he's not fit. And that, again, lies with the manager. And there's going to be a lot of criticism thrown at Southgate because he's not tactically flexible enough. I think, looking at how England have played, I think our best style of football would be a 4-3-3 high-press counter-attack. We've got the pace to do it. We're not set up to have holding midfielders. Declan Rice is a good player. Gallagher's a good player. They can't play together. Mainu and Rice, for some reason, it did work better. I'm not saying Gallagher's, a terrible player. He just didn't have a good game. Hence why he doesn't finish the game and Mainu comes on and replaces him and played better. But I think we might have to revert to a 3 at the back potentially. We might have to change the formation. Because at the moment, Foden is useless on the left. He needs to be more involved in the middle to be more effective. Saka can play on the left, can play on the right. Harry Kane, I know he's the captain, but he's not. Yeah, no. Kane and Bellingham tonight were really a non-event. As I say, this was the game where Southgate could have given Palmer and Gordon, Watson, Mainu all starts. Maybe given Ramsdale a start. Actually give some other players some game time so they are ready for later in the tournament should they be needed. That they're up to speed, they're match fit. They're not just fit, they're match fit. No, one change to start the game, same performance. If anything, I think the performance was even worse than against Denmark. A lot of the ball, no final product, everything done really slowly, with a lack of intensity and a real lack of pace. Palmer had the best opportunity, I will say that, right at the end. Gordon, again, brilliant vision for the initial pass to create the move that stretches the Danish defence that ultimately does lead to Palmer's shot. but that came in about 93, 94 minutes. That is not good enough. It's not good enough. And the pressure is going to mount on this group of players. Now, on the Slovenia side of things, well, they didn't have their best game either. Defensively, they weren't challenged enough. They are very good defensively, but weren't challenged enough. And for them, if results go their way, this is their first knockout campaign they're going to have. This is their fourth major tournament ever, and this has possibly been their best tournament ever. But they're very good defensively. But they weren't challenged defensively tonight because England was so slow and plodding in possession. There were a few off-target shots, and Palmer had the best opportunity in the second half. Saka obviously with his goal offside in the first half, but England were dreadful. There's a reason why this group has scored less goals than Germany having the tournament so far. So, with that in mind, there needs to be massive improvement, and there's gonna be a lot of there's a lot of angry fans, let's be honest. England were booed off. Slovenia were cheered off by their fans. England fans booed England off for the second game in a row. There is definitely a lack of faith in Southgate. The players have got to own their performances. Not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. Palmer, I think, played well. Gordon played well. Their cameos were too short. But they need more game time. They looked like they could be the difference makers for this England side because they actually did things with pace and energy and urgency. But there we go. Place your thoughts on the England game below. We'll see what happens with Slovenia. I do hope they actually make the knockout stages, to be fair. And I think this could be the tournament of the underdog because Austria, for example, topped their group. No one expected that. And they scored a hatful of goals in order to do it. There could be some dark horses in this tournament. But for me for now, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I will have some more content for you guys very, very soon.